because I want to know all. I just smacked myself in the face with this. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. As you can tell, today we are doing something very magical. I have my Slytherin scarf on that I never get to wear because I live in Arizona, my Slytherin headband, and my wand. Today we're going to be talking about the O.W.L.s Readathon. Now, I've never actually done the O.W.L.s before. I've always seen it and been like, oh, I want to do it. Like the past 2 years they've done it because this is year 3. I want to do it, but I don't have time because I would take summer classes, or this would be right when finals would happen. But now that I'm out of school, I decided I want to do it. I'm gonna put this down. So I have chosen a career and also an extra training thing because it goes. Tell me if I'm doing any of this wrong. This is my first year. I did read this stuff, but I'm still learning. So if I'm doing any of this wrong, let me know down below. I would love input. But the chosen career that I just couldn't get away from was a curse breaker. I don't know, it's just something that sounds so fascinating to me. I'm very much that kind of person that likes to solve things, and I don't know, I think I would have been a great curse breaker. I don't know if they would have allowed my Slytherin self with all my evil qualities, as all the children at the bookstore like to think, in, but we're gonna try, we're gonna do our best. I'm gonna scoot over because I'm gonna put the books covers here. I really didn't want to dig them out of my shelf because I just cleaned my shelf. Doesn't look like it, but I did. And it's just too pretty to pull stuff out right now. So give me a break. I'll pull them out when I read them. So for this particular career path, I need to take a bunch of different courses. I need to take Ancient Ruins, Arithmancy, Charms, Defense Against the Dark Arts, Potions, and Transfiguration. For Ancient Ruins, I need to find a book with a heart on the cover because we're learning about the Heart Ruin. And so for this, I chose Heartless by Marissa Meyer. This is a retelling story of the Queen of Hearts from Alice in Wonderland, and it's been on my shelf for a while. I've really wanted to read it. I love just different retellings of Alice in Wonderland. If you can't tell, I'm practically Alice in myself, and I just need to read this. I need to know about the Queen of Hearts, and I've heard amazing things about it. Plus, it's Marissa Meyer. Why wouldn't I want to read it? The next class I have to pass is Arithmancy, and that's magical qualities of number 2, balance/opposites. Read something outside your favorite genre. So my favorite genre is definitely fantasy or fantastical beings, urban fantasy, sci-fi, that kind of stuff. I don't really go towards contemporary. I chose Love Letters to the Dead by Ava Deliria. I probably said her last name wrong. I apologize. This is all about a girl who is assigned to write a love letter to the dead in English class. So she chooses Kurt Cobain to honor her late sister who has passed, I believe. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting. And she continues to write these love letters to the dead. I think she writes one to like Amy Winehouse and a bunch of other dead celebrities to deal with the death of her sister. And along the way, she figures out that's what she's doing, is to cope. I've had this on my shelf for about a year now, and I've always really wanted to read it. I lean more towards the darker YA contemporaries. Just something I've always liked to read. Some of my favorite novels are like If I Stay, Even If I Fall, Falling Into Place. I just lean towards the darker side of life. The next class I have to pass is Charms, which is Lumos Maxima, and that's a white cover. I chose Glitter by April Lynn Pike. This is a book that I actually got at a signing because I met April Lynn and it looked really, really interesting. I had read her Wings series years prior and I really enjoyed them. This one just sounds so interesting. They say it is Breaking Bad meets Marie Antoinette, where the queen turns into a drug dealer. And that's all I need to know about this series to be hooked and want all of them, because I really liked Breaking Bad and I like historical figures that are changed. It's just, how cool does that sound? A queen as a drug dealer? Sign me up. Also, pretty ball gowns. if we haven't established that Allie will read anything with a princess ball gown in it because she wants to wear it. The next class I have to pass is Defense Against the Dark Arts, which is a book set by the sea or the shore, and I chose Sea Witch by Sarah Heading. I've heard amazing things about this. One of my friends on Instagram always raves about it, and I just really like retelling stories as well. It's told from the point of view of Ursula in the Hans Christian Andersen Little Mermaid tale, and I always like when a villain gets to tell their side of the story, and she raves about this book, so I need to pick it up. The next class I have to pass to be a curse breaker is Potions, which we are learning the Shrinking Solution, and that is a book under 150 pages. I'm reading Paradox by Piper Sherman. I actually know the author of this. She was a Make-A-Wish kid who wanted to write a book, and my professor helped her write a book and publish it, and I went to the signing, and she's the sweetest thing, and I haven't had the chance to read it. And so this book is about 120 pages, super quick read, and I'm excited to read it because I think it's great that she wants to be a writer, and that was her wish, was to publish a book, which is really, really awesome. The last class I have to pass to be a curse breaker is Transfiguration. We are learning an animagus lecture, and that is a book/series that includes shapeshifting. This one was hard because I felt like I didn't want to really reread anything that I had, and then it dawned on me, I never read the Shiver series by Maggie Stiefvater. I've never read any of her stuff, and I need to read this because I have heard that this is, if you were a Team Jacob girl, you read this. See, I was a Team Edward girl, so I went the vampire route and read all the vampire books. But now I have a more of an appreciation for Jacob. I want to read what the girls were reading back then, so I'm going to read Shiver for this one because it deals with werewolves, and let's be honest, my tastes have changed. Jacob, I'm not too mad about after my reread of Twilight, so I could like this one. And for my extra training, I'm going to try to do the animagus training, and from what I understand is you just have to pass with these owls. So I'm already taking Arithmancy, Potions, and Transfiguration, and then I'll go on and take my newts later on this year. And so I thought maybe add that in because I'm already going to be taking it. Let me know down below if I'm doing that wrong, if I have to read extra books for that, or if that just goes along with it. Because I don't know if I'll do it if I have to read extra books. But yeah, that is my TBR for the owls. Let me know your TBR down below and what you want to be when you grow up as a wizard. And I will see you next time at Hogwarts. Bye, loves. I mean, I'm not saying I would have been best friends with Draco Malfoy, but every test I take says I'm 100% a Slytherin. I'm practically the heir of Slytherin. I'm okay with that.